guys, welcome to the Peyton Project. Remember how your mom said that you shouldn't talk to strangers on the internet? I didn't listen. I met my friend Kailee, the CEO and founder of I'm With The Band, on Instagram of all places, bought some of her pieces, and fell in love. Reached out to her one day and said, hey, I really like your stuff. That's it. And lo and behold, we became really good friends. Kailee is an incredible designer that has combined her love of fashion and rock and roll to create this great line of accessories that everybody can wear. They're all made in America. She's put love into every single detail, and there's a lot of really nerdy rock and roll history in this brand. I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend, Kailee from I'm With The Band. I'm so excited to talk to you.
I'm so excited to talk to you.
So I have been gushing about you and just like singing your praises for the longest time about your company, but tell me a little bit more about I'm With The Band.
So I'm With The Band was really born out of my love for music. Music is definitely my first love, and just kind of where music that I love intersects with fashion. So like the 60s and 70s. So that is like my total inspiration behind this. And I just wanted to kind of merge the two and make it into something tangible that felt like fun and cool and wearable.
I remember I was scrolling through Instagram and I was being like, every single time I'd open the app, it'd be like, I'm with the band, try this product out. And I ended up just buying some. And then
Those were the good old days.
I know. And then I reached out to you and was like, I just really like you. And I think that you're cool. And do you want to be friends?
Best thing ever. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, Instagram, for you.
For bringing us together.
If nothing else.
I know. So when did you start the company?
A small eternity ago. I started it in 2013.
So that was so much different than like what we have to do now in order to function in the fashion world.
Yeah, everything's changed so much and it's literally changing. It feels like every day. So it's been a while and it's been through many iterations.
What was your first product that you created for the brand?
The reason I started this was I wanted to do a workout line, which at the time there was only like Lululemon and like hot pink workout gear. So I really wanted to make like cool clothes that you girls like me and you would wear to exercise in that felt like us. So I was working at a job designing shoes at the time and I was super drained and not like very creatively inspired. And I didn't know how to launch a brand. I had no idea. So I was like, let's make a headband that was sort of like the first like thing for like the workout realm. So I was like, let's make a headband and then we could do this now and I could learn how to launch a line. We can sell these and then we can turn around and sell our workout line. And so the first product was a headband that you can wear that I wear every day for either working out or washing your face or whatever. So that was the first thing. And funnily enough, we no longer have those.
My first product that I bought from you was the velvet turban headband because I loved the look of that, but I didn't want to wear a full turban every single day. But I remember the actual product itself was great. It's made in America. So you manufacture in Los Angeles, right?
Yes, that was the second product we made. And yes, it's all made in LA.
So ethical and shopping small. We love that here. We love that.
We love that.
How did you go in from headbands into scarves? Because I wear one of your scarves like every single day. And it's one of my favorite things that I've ever owned. So how did you go from headbands to scarves? What was the thought process behind that?
When the workout thing wasn't really happening as we had sort of intended, I was like, okay, well, let's work with where we're at. And then, let's expand the offering to have more. So I guess we're doing accessories. So I was thinking of things that I would love to wear and things that like our icons and muses that we've seen them wear, and scarves were like obviously an integral piece of wardrobe for that. So that's kind of how they came about. And then we have the short one and then the long one, which is very like stones inspired.
Yeah. And it's really cool too, because everything has like the fabrics are really high quality, and I appreciate that as like a fabric nerd, but they're also named after like rock icons, which is so cool. Something else that I really appreciate about your brand in general is that everybody can wear it. It's not like something where you have to worry about, is it going to be size inclusive? Is there something everybody can wear? Because it's true. Anyone can wear, they can throw on a scarf, they can throw on a headband. Your headbands stretch really far. The scarves are beautiful, and the ones that stretch are incredible. And I just think that you've given this, there was a market for this that I remember like getting into vintage fashion and being like, I wish I just had like a skinny scarf, or I wish I just had like a velvet turban, and you made it happen. So I'm really glad that it happened. What has been your biggest struggle during COVID with the brand? Because a lot of the designers we're talking to have all run into these like very unique circumstances, and not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
Or am I bringing up copious amounts of trauma for you right now?
No, not at all. It was just, like so many other people, a very need to pivot situation. I mean, first of all, when it happened, nobody really understood what was happening or how it was going to impact us, how long it was going to be, etc. So as soon as I kind of was like, okay, I'm not going to just roll over and die, I really wanted to like lean into like, how can I help, and what could I create that would either make the situation more comfortable for people, even like regarding wearing masks. It's like I wanted them to be comfortable and like keep people safe and alleviate some of the skin issues that people were having. So we pivoted into making masks initially, and then we just started doing what we could. Something that was challenging was initially, getting downtown where we ship out of and getting into our office, and the energy downtown shifted completely, and it's still super different than the way it used to be. But so like navigating just logistics, like shipping and all of that. I mean, pretty much everything got harder. So kind of just like navigating that, and then keeping your like mental health
in check.
Yeah.
But part of that is getting dressed, and part of it is accessories. Like I talked about this last season, that the beginning of COVID, I'm like, I can wear sweatpants like everyone else, and I could just be depressed, or I could get dressed and do something about it. And a lot of that was just reaching for those things that made me feel good, which are a lot of your products. So it is important. We needed people like you to give people a reason to get out of bed and to stop watching Tiger King.
I never watched that.
You're really missing out on a whole Tiger King line. So I know that you were talking about how your brand started because you love rock music and all that stuff from the 60s and 70s. If you could trade closets with anybody in the world, who would it be and why?
You know, to hit me with a question like that.
I do. I have to ask everybody the same question.
Oof. I'm just gonna say Keith Richards.
That was mine. Because you have every decade, you have something for every occasion. You have men's clothes and women's clothes.
True.
It's amazing. It's great. And then, I know that are you running out of icons to name your products after? That's something else. It's like, there's only so many. How can we do more?
True. I feel like there's enough. And then, I guess we could always do some like reinventing, repurposing of or iterations, takes on those names. But definitely, we've got a lot of products. So I don't know, there could be a supply chain issue there.
Supply chain and muses.
We need some new ones.
We need someone to inspire.
Yes.
And then if you could only wear one of your products for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'd probably do a scarf tie, and I'd
Hmm.
probably go with Las Vegas. It's like this
Yep.
leopard gold sparkly one. I actually have two of them just in case
The other
something
one.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, this one gets a lot of wear. This is like in my I have a whole drawer full of I'm with the band. And then, it's that takes up a lot of real estate, but then this is the one that I find myself, I just leave this one out because I just
Yeah.
know that it's gonna get worn. If there's anybody that you would like to see wearing I'm with the band, who would it be?
Oh, I have to go with the Stones again, I
Yeah.
think. That's like everything.
I feel
That's
like Keith
that's actually the goal.
yeah. You're like, I'm just doing this.
I'm
This is the
just doing
whole
this for
thing.
them.
So one day Keith Richards will wear a headband.
Pretty much that's been the goal since day one. Yeah.
We're just going to get one step closer to Keith every single day. What would be, I know that we have a ton of like emerging designers or wannabe designers, and I interviewed one on the show. What would be your biggest piece of advice for an emerging designer when it comes to starting their own line, or multiple pieces of advice? What would that be?
Um, you know, I would say do something that feels authentic to you, because no matter what, you're going to hit like bumps and snags and everything in between. So you're going to need something to come back to.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it feels like it's you and it feels like something that you can love, and sink your teeth into, I think it kind of helps you get through those little rough patches. So yeah, do something that you can really stand behind and that you love, that means something to you.
Yeah, I love that because I know so many designers that just throw out whatever they think is going to sell, and they wouldn't actually wear their own product. And clearly you're wearing your own product. So,
Whatever works. That's
yeah.
my advice too. If whatever works for you, if it works for you, that's cool.
Do you have any like horror stories about anything involving like manufacturing or shipping or anything crazy that happened?
Production is super challenging, and you know, it's a lot harder than people think. And
Yeah.
especially with our products, they seem really simple, but they're actually like each and every one of them is a small little nightmare to create.
Okay.
I got an order from a store who's a big store that people know about.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted so many SKUs, and they wanted them. I had never worked with them before, and I had never made that many SKUs of something before, like at once.
Yeah.
And they wanted them like within a couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks actually. So I was going through a really tough time, and I turned the order down because it was like, this is just
Yeah.
like, this is amazing. This is a dream, but it's too much right now. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think I can pull it off. So I said, I'm so sorry, which killed me to do. I was like, I'm so sorry. I can't do this in the time frame that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, what if we don't have you do all these other little things that we usually have people do? And I was like, maybe. So by the time we were done going back and forth, we had like 2 weeks left to create, I think it was 6,000 pieces. And I didn't even have a factory that could do that. So I had to find a new factory,
Mm-hmm.
create the pieces. And because they're so challenging to make, usually it takes people a while to kind of like get the hang of it.
Like a learning curve.
There's a learning curve and to get good at it. So there was obviously no time for that. So we had to go like right into production. I think we made like 6,000 or 7,000 pieces, something like that. In 2 weeks, we worked like day and night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just craziness. It was mayhem, but we did it. But yeah, there was a lot that happened in those 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, and that also goes to show you that like it's just know your bandwidth and know what you're capable of doing. And I think that a lot of people, especially like independent designers, could learn a lot from that, like biting off more than they could chew. And you tried, you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know.
I mean, I was upfront with what I thought, and they were like, we don't care, you're going. So I was like, all right, we're doing this. So we did it. I mean, that I definitely, got some more white hairs and some more
Yeah.
couple years off my life, but hey, here we
You know what
are.
I think is interesting too is that a lot of people see this and they go, it's just a scarf, it's just a turban. How hard can it be? And your pattern is extremely complicated for what it is. And it's because it's made very well.
Thank you.
You don't want just a square because then the square looks weird. These are tapered ends and you want them for a reason, or the headband has like a specific size knot in it and that's what you want. It's like, it's not easy. And I think that more people need to know that. And that's why you're paying more than you would for something you get at Target.
Yeah.
Because the quality is better.
It's tough. Yeah. It's tough too when people don't understand that, and that we make them here, and we pay everyone well, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough to hear like, this is just nothing, this is a piece of fabric or whatever.
No, these are like, I look at these and I go, this was made with so much intention and so much thought, because you thought about how it's going to lay on. Because I know I've tried to buy so many like the skinnier scarves and they're too fat, or they just don't look right, or like the ends aren't tapered, so you end up looking like you're wearing just a bow tie. Like there's so many things that go into it. And the same thing with the headbands too. Those are the only ones that don't fall off my head.
It's a lot of little things to think about.
Yeah. And it shows that you care, which is very important.
I do care. I think I care too much, but
no, it's not possible. Not possible. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Peyton Project. I want to talk about something that comes up in a lot of my styling sessions with people, and that is these preconceived ideas that we have about certain pieces of clothing. And I also want to talk about stylish swaps that you can make to up your style game every single day. So I notice when I do these sessions with people, because I work with people virtually on Zoom and in person all the time, people are really skeptical when it comes to making alterations to their very casual clothes. Americans in general, super cash, but what that is doing is it's kind of like we end up living in leggings and hoodies and then kind of playing cosplay adults when it comes time to actually have to put on clothes. And a lot of people want to kind of take those steps out into trying to become more stylish, but they end up kind of getting trapped in their own head when it comes to these rules they've created about style. So when I'm talking to somebody and I say, hey, here's a really nice stylish swap, instead of doing a hoodie and leggings and a flip-flop, you can put on the same amount of things, but you can do a t-shirt and a blazer, or you could do a loafer in place of your flip-flop, or you could even do a really cute ankle boot. And people get in their heads, they go, I don't want to wear a blazer. That's so corporate. Or I've even suggested, hey, why don't you try this midi skirt with your t-shirt and sneakers in place of your leggings? Well, skirts, I don't know. Skirts are really formal. And what I want you to think about when you're getting dressed, if you have these hang-ups, a skirt is just a bottom. A blazer is just a jacket. It's no different than your hoodie or your leggings. It's just as many items of clothing, but those two little swaps can make your outfits look so much more polished and put together and just cooler in general. So I want you to think about these things when you're getting dressed in the morning. Okay, what would be an unexpected thing I could put on with this outfit? And swap out one thing that day. If you change out your leggings for a skirt and you still do your t-shirt and your sneakers, it's adorable. If you trade out your trusty zip-up hoodie for a blazer or a military jacket or a leather jacket, even better. But what I did, especially during COVID, is I kind of knew, okay, it's going to be really easy to get really lazy, so let me go ahead and set myself up for success. I invested in a couple things. One, I invested in cashmere loungewear, because if I have to be sad and watch Tiger King, I'm gonna be doing it in cashmere. But what I like about those is I can still throw on a leather jacket and a slide and walk out the door and get mail or walk to the coffee shop and still feel put together and comfortable. And it also makes me just feel a little bit better when I have to work from home or when I'm just hanging out doing nothing. I like to kind of trick my brain into getting dressed every day anyway. And by having a well-rounded closet full of these swaps that are just as easy as throwing on a hoodie, I've set myself up for success and I feel better about myself all day long. So when you're getting dressed, ask yourself, is there a more stylish solution that I could create to this outfit that I'm currently wearing? Is there something that I could throw on that's unexpected that I've already assigned something to that I can make more casual? Could I take something that I used to save for the office or for a night out and go to the grocery store in it? Try it out. Worst case scenario, it's just clothes. You can always change them.